Hey, what's good, yo? Welcome back to another video. In this video, we'll be going over two of the four undrafted free agent signings that the Texans have made. First one being that the Texans signed former Texas A&M tackle Carson Green to a free agent deal that includes a $25,000 signing bonus and a $100,000 guaranteed salary. In addition, the Texans signed former Texas A&M center Ryan McCollum to a $100,000 base salary guarantee and a $25,000 signing bonus. So same contract, same school, both played for that same O line. And let's get right into it. So my initial thoughts were really pretty good signings for undrafted. I mean, we definitely need some depth at O line. Never hurts to get depth. And let's go deep into each guy that we signed. So first off, Carson Green. He was actually projected to go in round 6 and 7. And let me just tell you a few stuff about him. So he started in all 13 games in both 2018 and 2019, and all 10 games in the shortened season in 2020. So that really shows that he's durable, and he was seen as a really good starter. I mean, if you started three years of your 4 years in college, that means you were pretty good, you know. And so he proved his worth, and he earned second team All Southeastern Conference honors as a senior, and that kind of generated an invite to the Reese's Senior Bowl in January. And he was part of the line that helped propel the Aggies to a 9-1 season record, a Capital Orange Bowl berth, and a number 4 national ranking. And yeah, so he's considered decent in run blocking, but not so much as pass blocking, which is why he's kind of projected to be a low end right tackle. And he's apparently better in kind of like running zone blocking schemes, but not so much pass protection. So that's why he's kind of going to be like projected to be a backup, which is fine by all means. And some other weaknesses, he does lack strength and will struggle against like twitchy defenders. So that is a little bit of a problem, but I mean, he's undrafted, so what are you really expecting here? But I think he's going to be pretty solid for us. He could make the 53-man roster. Some good strengths about him. He does play with good quickness. He has a varied approach in attacking pass rush. So he is trying to kind of hold his own in pass rush. He is athletic enough to make his own blocks, and yeah, so he's pretty adequate in that regard. But his weakness is he doesn't have the right body type, below average body type, and he does need to work on his footwork. It does get sloppy at times, and he does get overtaken by like a long arm stab into bull rush. So that is an issue, but those things can be coached, of course, as with most players. And yeah, so I think he's going to be decent for us. He could make the 53-man roster, but who knows at this point. But all right, and so let's go get into also, and measurables wise, he's 6'6", 320 pounds, so really good size. His arms are 34 and 1/2 inch, and his hands are 10 and 1/2 inch. So pretty solid measurables right there. Yeah, so pretty good, solid for undrafted signing. And now let's get into Ryan McCollum. So he's 6'5", 300 pounds, and so Ryan McCollum, he started all 10 games in 2020, and he logged nearly 700 snaps as the team's starting center. He also served as the offensive team captain for 6 games this season. He was awarded Southeastern Conference's Offensive Lineman of the Week honors for his performance against Auburn, and was also named Remington Trophy Watch List. And as a unit, A&M's offensive line was named a finalist for the Joe Moore Award after a season which saw them surrender just 7 sacks on the season and led the conference in average yards per rush. Average yards per rush. And in 2019, in December, he anchored an offensive line that only allowed 1 sack on 111 pass attempts, and that was the best mark of all teams that have played at least 3 games that season. And he's considered to be an average athlete in the pass game, and he will make his blocks in the run game for sure, though. And he has good hand placement as well. So more on his strengths, he does have that center and guard experience. He has enough power. He does a good job to post and pass his man on outside zone, and he has good patience. He resets his hands without falling forward, and he has a good feel and vision to work successfully against twists, and has enough reactive athleticism. Some weaknesses that he does have is that his pad level will get away from him at times, and he can get beaten when isolated, so that is a problem. And he kind of has below average lateral quickness, and he kind of struggles at times in that regard. And so, but I think he will make a 53-man roster. That's what he's projected to be. He was projected to be a priority free agent. So, like I said, both these guys are really solid depth signings. and I really like what I see. I mean, both these guys are better in the run than in the pass, and that's kind of makes sense. That works for us because I mean, Tyrod Taylor is probably going to be our quarterback starter, and so our offense is mainly going to be running based. You know, I mean, David Culley, he could bring some schemes from Baltimore, and they were a majority run based team. So that's good that these guys are better in the run than in the pass protection wise. So that's pretty good, I guess. And then I'll just like say that Nick Cassero also mentioned that he won't be signing too many undrafted free agents. So he did have, so there are like a couple more roster spots, and that kind of foreshadow maybe a Deshaun Watson trade where we get players in return for Deshaun Watson and have those roster spots open. But that's just something to look out for. And yeah, I really like these signings. And let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And as always, be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. Thank y'all for watching. Peace.